Hea te mea nui o te ao, he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. And so it says, what is the most important thing in this world? And it's people, tis people, tis people. And I'd like to think that with our contribution on your journey of learning and your contribution to health, that you will take this kōrero with you as you go on.
And we're really excited to always have our studentships and scholarships for our people of the West Coast. A number of years ago we decided that this would be a really great innovation to help grow our workforce, which I'll let Phil talk a little bit about that later on. But we do have quite a good process that we go through with applicants coming in, and we sit down and have a really good look at those applicants and make some decisions around who we think should receive studentships and scholarships. Now, we decided that we would have these studentships and scholarships, and it's interesting because a lot of larger DHBs don't tend to do this, but we think it's really important for us that we do, and even when money's really tight, we still think it's very important to invest in our future. So I think it's something that we need to celebrate, and I guess you all sitting here today is part of that celebration.
To the scholarship recipients and their families, I guess this is a start of a journey for you, but it's also a start of a journey for us on the West Coast as DHB as well. As Karen has said, it's part of our vision that we build up the people on the West Coast and move them through, train them and bring them back to the West Coast, because there's some unique features about the West Coast, very much around the rural environment, and it's great that local people can go away, get trained up in whatever nursing or allied or doctors, and come back with that knowledge around rural health and how we can deliver that. So it's a huge pleasure for us to support you guys going out there, getting trained, hopefully coming back, but also lending your experience around the West Coast and the various issues around rural health and rurality of the West Coast to other DHBs and health areas across the New Zealand. 2
years ago we lost a nursing student who was to be a recipient of one of our scholarships, and she was the daughter of a long-serving midwife here on the West Coast, and she grew up amongst us. Kathleen McEnroe, she died tragically in a car accident coming between where she was studying in Nelson and here, and it was very tragic, and it broke all of our hearts because she is and was part of our fabric, and we were very excited to be giving her a scholarship, and the fact that we lost her in such a tragic way has stayed with us and will stay with us for a long, long time. So in honour of Kathleen's memory, we've named one of our scholarships after her, because none of us ever want to forget Kathleen and the joy she brought us and who she was and the contribution that her family have made to our community. Because of that, we do have the Kathleen McEnroe Award that we give every year, and we do think carefully over who we need to give this to, because we want to maintain that link and the significance of Kathleen and who she was in our community. So this year our award is going to Alison Caddy.